and we can abandon quests too. But there's really no point in abandoning a quest unless it's hopeless. But in the tutorial sections, it's not really hopeless. So it's not a problem. And he eats the barbecue, and he gets his dinner. Such a jerk. Anyway, usually what you get out of the rewards, it's the same thing for each of these tutorial missions. That's especially why I'm cutting it out too. And again, this character, gone. We will throw him out. Well, the second that we get the chance for it. Either way, he's Mr. Test 2 is being fired. But let's get into gathering. Something I did not show in Monster Hunter Freedom, because it did not have a bug net, is where you gather like insects, which are used for crafting. But as you can see, they provide us with 2 bug nets and 2 pickaxes. We'll be using them as we get to gathering points, just to show it off. Well, I'm still, for those of you complaining about the camera angles, there probably will be eventually. Yeah, I'm horrible at the whole, as they call it, the crane. I have thick sausage fingers, so you'll excuse me if I'm bad at it. I'll get better at it, I promise. So, they point out that those glowing marks are a gathering point for bugs. Yeah, the tutorials in this game is a lot better because, you don't run into the random bullshit that you did in the first Monster Hunter where you gather some items, and if you're really unlucky, you only get one chance gathering it, or you just keep getting the wrong item until you've exhausted the gathering point, and then you're kind of forced to abandon it, I would assume. But yeah, we get some fireflies. The gathering tools will break. The better the gathering tool quality is, the smaller chance there is that it'll break. But you can use bugs for various things like traps, poisons, crafting components for various items to make other items. Or even, I believe, what was it? Fishing lures, yes. And some of them you can even use as fishing lures, I believe. Another feature with this game that is so much better than Monster Hunter Freedom: climbing. Oh, but I'll get into that once we've had a look around. There's the river down below. And there's that damned air balloon again. It gets around, actually. Makes me wonder if it's like a weather balloon of some sort, or it's just somebody joyriding. But yeah, that's one thing I do like about the series. It has some very nice scenery. But let's get into the climbing. As you can see, my stamina bar will deplete. That's because I'm fast climbing. I'm basically holding the sprint button down while climbing, so I'm going about, I guess, about twice as fast. Whereas in Monster Hunter Freedom, you could not sprint up while you're climbing. But what happens when you run out of stamina? Let's check that out. No, you let go. So don't get too greedy. But we're not going to climb up there. We'll end up going up there sooner or later. I promise you that. For now, let's check out this ice cavern. Hello. That looks like a mining point. And indeed it is. We will mine the hell out of that mining point. And as somebody stated in the thread, I mixed up this game's ore with malachite because for some reason I always read it as malachite because I don't know. I just do. I guess maybe it has something to do with in my younger years I actually read a lot of geology books, mostly considering minerals, metals, and gemstones. Macalite, I think it's called. So for some reason I always thought, malachite because it's almost sort of spelled like it. Anyway, that's actually a pretty good find, and it's a shame it's a tutorial character that's going to be who's going to go missing, through mysterious circumstances when we're done with him. But yeah, those two pieces of ore are fairly rare. You can spend a while trying to get that kind of ore. Anyway, so he's explaining about the weather effects. Basically, as you can see in the map, there are areas that are blue. Usually, if they're wider blue, it indicates that it's very cold, and you'll be freezing in these areas unless you have a set of gear like this, or hot or cold drinks or something like that. Hot drinks for cold weather and no, hot weather. Oh, sorry. Okay, let me try this one more time, ladies and gentlemen. Hot drinks for cold weather and cold drinks for warm weather. Warm weather will steadily decrease your health till you reach 0. You'll still retain all your health bar in red, unless you get hit, then it'll all go away. But hot weather is the nastiest of the weather effects. Cold weather, it'll increase the speed that your max stamina gauge lowers, so it's not as bad, it's still kind of annoying. But if you're just doing a quick gathering mission or slay 5 these pitiful creatures, don't even... I never bother with hot drinks. Well, sometimes I do, just because I get them for free. In a mission, at least. But there's another mining point here, and the pickaxe broke. I'm surprised that that old pickaxe lasted that long. And here's our quarry, the honey. And I just checked out the quest info because I was curious. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to bring 1 honey or 2 or how much it was, so just wanted to make sure. Still, it's pretty icy, it's pretty cold, and I still like the environments. I've said that about 500,000 times by now, but I just like the environments. What can I say? But let's go back to the delivery box and give him his honey. Big jerk. Yeah, he's just bossing us around, telling us to get all these neat things for him because he's hungry. But he makes up for it in the end. Trust me, he does.